Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Cincai Bro Show. I'm Kevin, and this is Adam. Our attire doesn't mean that we recorded this episode back to back with whatever episode we recorded with.
Yep,
We just decided to wear the same clothes.
exactly.
Right. So
Exactly that.
this week, we're gonna talk about a never talked about before film.
Yeah, it's something we hardly talk about, but we really want to highlight it this time.
Yeah.
So we really
Yeah.
just want to talk about, and it's pretty low key.
Mm-hmm.
I think we sort of like talked about it. We sort of talked about it, but we also didn't talk about it. We sort of implied.
Yeah. I think we brought it out like once, maybe even never.
Mm.
Yeah, the movie. What's the
Nah.
movie called? I don't remember the name.
Not sure we all can see, but it's teneT. Okay.
It's teneT.
Yeah, so
It's
it's
out.
finally it's been out for a while. It's been out like when we recorded on the Kid from the Big Apple,
Yeah.
and I already watched it by then. And I already watched it twice by then already.
I watched it
And
once.
Kevin has watched it once
Okay,
already.
I watched it once, but I missed the prologue.
You are not kidding me.
I am not.
You are not. I have to hear it on this. I have to hear it right now.
Yeah.
The audio is clipping already.
I'm sorry, Adam. I'm.
How could you do this
I
to me?
am gonna rewatch it.
You should.
Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch
That's
it
so-
this weekend. That you got Adam upset right here.
I really have. Okay, I'm taking my mask off because I'm damn pissed right now. Like, bro, I really had to. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna get to like what I think about teneT, but really
Yeah.
bro, that prologue.
I know. I know it's very very important about. I know it's the opera thing that's very important. They keep mentioning in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Wait. Okay. Just say where. Okay. From which part of teneT do you start?
When the protagonist visits the woman and he learns about there's gonna be a time war, where that part.
Bro, that's pretty fucking
That's pretty
far. in front.
far, right?
That's pretty fucking
How much
far.
how much did I miss at that point?
You miss at least 15 minutes.
God damn
10,
it.
15 minutes around there.
I guess it was like I was going out with my brother's friends and we were a bit late, so it's like okay.
That's not a big.
And I watched it in IMAX in one year.
That's not late. That's damn late.
I know.
Bro,
I know.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Okay, when you rewatch, you make sure you're there half an hour early. You make sure you're the first one sitting there.
I think I'm not gonna watch it in IMAX the second time.
You are.
I'm just making Adam upset.
Yeah, you're making the biggest the biggest Nolan apologist upset.
I don't know if I can go to 1U, man. Come on.
Okay,
It's like
no, go to somewhere velocity.
Velocity. Why not I just go to the mall that's like super near my place?
Okay, you know what? Fine. What's your standard? What's your standard? Then?
Adam is like just
Yeah.
boiling inside.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So teneT.
teneT.
Okay. For some of you who don't know the plot of teneT. Honestly, we had no idea what the hell what teneT was about before this. But okay, so basically, this guy named John David Washington. His name. Okay, I should put my mask back on because I'm not so pissed anymore. Okay, so John David Washington. He is known as the protagonist.
Mhm.
That's his name throughout the whole movie. So it's basically the protagonist. He has a mission to prevent World War III. He has to manipulate time to prevent World War III.
Yeah.
And this is from the premise that we were given before we watched teneT. And
Mhm.
yeah, I mean everyone knows, it's pretty much like shrouded in secrecy, and yeah, new Nolan movie, and we were like, okay, yeah, cool, but when I saw the trailer, like no one knew what the hell was going on, but they
Yeah.
were like, hell yeah,
Yeah.
and I told myself, hell yeah,
Yeah.
I'm still gonna watch it, and I don't know what the hell's gonna be about, and guess what, kind of know what it's about,
Yeah.
and I still loved it.
Same. I feel okay, especially because I I missed the first 15 minutes. I mean, but still, like, there's still a lot of things that were going on, and I'm kind of confused. I think I liked the movie, but I'm confused.
Nah,
Yeah.
I should have just liked it. Nah, I should have just loved it. I watched it twice. I watched it because I managed to get premier tickets
Oh,
to teneT,
cool.
and apparently on the screen they say, "Oh, we're one of the first Malaysians to watch." So I was like, "Oh yeah, that's so cool." Yeah, and then like they're showing it in 5 other IMAX halls because they really want to bring people back to the cinema, and it really shows.
Mm.
And you know, and throughout the weekend, teneT has earned $53 million already. In this is just international, you know. They haven't it's yet to come out in the US like as we're recording this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really, yeah, I think, you know, movies are making a comeback, hopefully. Yeah, like they have to earn like 400 or 450 million to like get some to break even, you know. And
Mm.
I hope they can do it. I also kind of hope they don't do it because, you know, everyone needs to, because like everyone else around the world needs to stay at home
Yeah.
because they are not doing well. Like I think we're pretty much like doing well, you know, dealing with this.
We're doing okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we're
doing
doing
okay.
doing relatively much better. Okay, but
Yeah.
anyways, okay, teneT. So
teneT.
yeah, it's kind of long. It's like 2.5 hours long.
Didn't feel like 2.5
Yeah,
hours.
and
Oh my god.
that's really what I love about it. You
Yeah.
know, I was just exhilarated from like start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like and when there's breathing space, you still feel like you can't breathe. It's just like, oh shit. It's like it's really tense. Like the whole movie is just very tense.
Yes.
Yeah, it was just extremely tense. And yeah, this is I personally think this is like so far my thoughts. I think this is like one of my favorite Nolan movies.
Mm.
Yeah, and I love a lot of his movies. Like because right now I'm thinking off the top of my head, it's either like The Prestige or The Dark Knight
Mm-hmm.
or Inception. That's like because from 2006 to 2010, that's like that's like peak Nolan stuff. But like, you know, now I think this is probably one of his best, you know. I love Interstellar as well.
Oh,
I
okay.
really like Dunkirk. The
Mm-hmm.
first time I was a bit caught off guard, but the second time I watched it, I really liked Dunkirk the second time. And teneT, the first time loved it, second time loved it, and I'm gonna watch it
The third time.
third time. But I don't know when, but I'm definitely gonna watch it in IMAX, and I'm not gonna be late and miss it. Okay, but I've seen the first 50 minutes already, so yeah.
Getting called out on the podcast.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, you expose yourself. You expose
Yeah,
yourself to say
I
like,
know, I know.
yeah, you know, I missed the prologue. Like, bro, there ain't the prologue. You miss a whole lot of other shit. Yeah.
It's my bad.
Yeah. I think you have to rewatch the movie again afterwards. You know.
Oh no. Do
No,
I have
to
the
like.
time?
Sorry.
Do I have the time to
Do you?
do,
We
oh,
all.
do you have the time to watch a movie about time? Heyo. Okay, you were saying?
That was terrible, Kevin. Okay. Yes. And okay. Anyways. Okay. It's really because I was reading like some of the reviews online and I was asking from some of my friends. It's polarizing as hell, dude. It's really polarizing. But yeah, and
yeah.
and I think I think you're on the good side. You really like it, or like how do you feel about teneT?
I think I do like it, but I think I do have some issues with it. Specifically the dialogue that's written. That's the dialogue. No, I mean some okay, it's like I feel like a lot of the dialogue is very exposition heavy. That's what I think. That's what I think. What do you think? What do you think about it? I'm curious.
Nolan, okay, throughout his whole career, Nolan has built his whole career based on exposition, and you know his whole career is driven by exposition. From Inception, from even his very first thing, Following, like that shit. You hardly see shit happen there, but you know because they explain everything.
Yeah.
And Memento, they explain everything as well. So I feel like Nolan's career is really driven. It's really what he is, you know. So I think to fault him for being very for being like a very heavy expositionist, I feel like it's kind of unfair, especially when he's been doing it in his whole 20 like 20 plus year career, you know.
Yeah.
And okay, I think, but I feel like it's not. I feel like it's not as exposition-y as Inception. I feel maybe I may be wrong, but I do feel like, you know, there's a lot of exposition, yeah, And I feel like, I always like hearing Nolan exposition because, because like the way like how he delivered, the way like how his actors deliver it, I feel like I'm just very enticed.
Yeah, I do agree that the
Yeah.
exposition is like it's very interesting because it's telling you about the whole concept of like the time and how
Mhm.
does it work and stuff. But I feel like the characters, because the way like they when they say things, it's like they're just trying to move things along. I don't feel like the characters develop, you know.
Or you feel like they don't develop.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't feel like that. Especially, I think the protagonist, I think he does develop because he does grow. Like he just figure out like, get. I mean, spoilers. Obviously, spoilers.
Yeah, if you
Spoilers.
guys didn't know already, we always talk spoilers here.
Yeah. So it's like he figures out that he's the one that hires Neil. That Neil hires him. You know.
Mhm.
So it's like oh it's like oh shit. It's like I am actually the boss of this whole thing. And then in I forgot the Sator's wife. What's her name? I forgot.
Kate.
Kate.
Cat.
Cat.
Catherine. Yeah, but everyone calls her Cat.
Like I don't think you really buy that how much that she loves her son. I mean it's
Mhm.
said, but you don't really see it.
because because I mean throughout throughout the whole movie, because you feel like she's away.
Yeah.
I mean
Yeah.
you can definitely see like she's definitely like she's detached from her, she's forced away from her
Yes,
son,
yes, yeah, yeah.
so I guess like that willingness to like just see her son at school,
Mm.
just for that brief
Okay. Okay.
minute. I feel like as a mother, like even if I think if I was a mother, I would also do that,
Okay,
also do
yeah,
the
yeah,
same,
that's fair.
you
That's
know.
fair.
And I think the character of Cat gets a lot of like shit, because this is the first time Nolan has written an actual female character according to everyone. This is the first time everyone started to emphasize. So and I don't really buy it. Like I really feel like her arc. I really feel like Cat is really the heart of the story. I really do feel, even though like protagonist is the main guy,
Yeah.
I really do feel like Cat is the heart of the whole story.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, like even though, because the protagonist he's a spy.
Yeah.
Everyone knows. I don't know what everyone knows, but this is a spy. This is a spy espionage movie. And
Mm.
some of the stuff they do, I was like, hell yeah. This
Yeah,
is,
that's cool.
yeah.
Mm.
And I personally think this is a very well. I think it's a good. I think it's a very interesting spin on the spy genre, the
Mm.
espionage genre, and it's very Nolan. It is very Nolan. I feel like I think this is his most Nolan movie
Mm.
ever.
Okay. Like
Yeah.
before like we jump into the good stuff. Like how do you feel about the editing at times?
The editing, I thought pretty much I was really pretty much fine with it.
Mm.
I was like, unlike a lot of people, I didn't really feel bothered by it, but I was a bit bothered by some of the sound mixing. Everyone's talking about
Sound mixing.
the sound mix, and like how, and apparently like Nolan has been favoring score, like he has been favoring like his score and his like sound design over his dialogue,
Mm.
and and a lot of people had to read subtitles,
Yeah.
and yeah, and apparently he's been doing it from The Dark Knight Rises, since The Dark Knight Rises,
Yeah.
But because when I watched Interstellar at the time, I watched it in standard. Also
Mm.
because I have no idea why I didn't watch in IMAX. I felt like, yeah, I didn't know like he was so loyal to the format at that time. But
Yeah.
now I sort of know he's like a real sucker for that
Mm.
format, and Nolan, I really feel like what do you call it? The editing is fine. Like everyone knows, like he has a different editor. It's Jennifer
Lame.
Lame this time.
Yeah.
She edited Hereditary, Manchester by the Sea.
Recently,
Yeah,
Marriage Story also.
recently Marriage Story. Yeah,
Mm.
and Marriage Story had some phenomenal editing.
Mm.
Yeah, and then like I really thought it was. I really pretty much thought it was fine. I felt like how what Nolan's like cross cutting between like action.
Yeah, I think like the cross cut. No, isn't the cross cutting. I'm not sure. Like
What is it
sometimes.
towards the climax? You talking?
No, it's like sometimes in the beginning, the first half. Like I feel like sometimes it's like they just kind of cut, like let's say I think remember the scene when after the kitchen fight,
Mm-hmm.
and then when the Kate leaves, and then it cuts to the next day, you know. I just feel it's like it just took me out. It's like okay, it's like we're here now, you know.
Yeah, no, because I always feel, I feel tenet is very, it's always moving forward, you know. There's like no time to like, oh, you know, show them leaving, you know. I feel like, you know, like if I was Nolan, I would also say, you know, just cut that whole portion out.
Yeah. tenet.
going
I
there.
feel like tenet does that. It's just like okay,
Yeah.
let's like be going. Because we have more urgent things
Yeah,
to see.
because I feel like, you know, just showing the character going to the place is so conventional, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like I have seen directors like they took a spin on like how the character travels from one place, from one country to another. But you know, Tenet's just like, okay, you know, fuck it, just like cut it, you
Yeah,
know.
just cut it.
And
Yeah.
and I really bought into that editing aspect, you know. I really, yeah, as you guys know, I'm like a whole like Tenet, I'm pro Tenet, you know.
Yeah.
Like I really try to like oppose my opinions against everyone's because everyone is like, oh, you know, Tenet is this and that. I'm just like, no, Tenet is damn good. You guys just don't see it. Yeah. And okay, yeah, and I really did think that the editing was pretty much fine, you know. I thought maybe, you know, the climax it resolved a bit too neatly and bit too quickly. But that was just a very small nitpick. But you know, other than that, I love Tenet. I love the whole concept they were leaning in. I love okay, dude. There's some of the action sequences here are like some of Nolan's best.
Yeah, let's talk about the set pieces, the action set pieces.
Yeah, dude. Okay.
Wow. Wow.
Okay. It's not the plain one. It's not the plain one. You know, like no one's really talking about that. I really wanna talk about, you know, how the heist was set up, how they managed to like infiltrate inside the
The
truck.
Freeport, right?
Yeah. No.
Freeport.
No.
The heist was at Freeport.
Okay.
Right?
There's two heists. There's one they were trying to hijack. They're trying to get the plutonium from the truck. Remember?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, the truck. No,
Okay.
the freeway one.
Yeah, the freeway one, not the Freeport. Okay, the Freeport one's also really good, but this freeway one, really, I think that is like really one of Nolan's best. Really, I saw that, I really lost my shit, and you know. Okay, I also want to talk about Ludwig Göransson's score. He's a really great guy. I like Black Panther soundtrack. Creed Creed soundtrack I thought was also pretty good. I haven't seen the second Creed. Okay, Venom. I don't know.
Mandalorian.
Okay, but yeah,
Mandalorian.
I mean, the Mandalorian theme is like really out there, you know. It's out there for everyone. But I thought generally Mandalorian, I thought the score was fine, but you know, the Mandalorian theme, that's like really that's what drives Mandalorian. But this one, man, I really love the soundtrack.
And it's not out during when we record.
Yeah.
And we were playing the plan just now.
Yeah, but it's not out on Spotify yet.
Yeah.
Because we have to wait for these US guys to like release it to get to them first, then only we can get it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really just want to hear the soundtrack again, you know, especially from the prologue to that freeway to the Freeport
the
to the
music
climax.
is banging, man. Like, oh, I love it. I love it so much.
Bro, I really love the soundtrack. Okay, yeah, and then let's talk about everyone else. Okay, I thought Kenneth Branagh, he's really good.
Yeah.
I think he's really good. I think he's a really. I'm no accent coach or whatever, but I thought I was pretty convinced that, you know, he was a Russian.
Yeah.
I was pretty convinced, like, oh yeah, I forgot Kenneth Branagh. Yeah, I forgot he was in this movie. Yeah, and then like, you know, like everyone knows he's like the Shakespearean actor, the Shakespearean actor. You know, he learned how to speak backwards and shit. And I was like, okay, yeah, you know, whatever. But
he learned backwards during the sequence?
he learned how to speak backwards. You know, there's a scene like, okay, and the scene in the room, where the machine is,
the turnstile room.
The turnstile room where like he threatens to shoot Cat in backwards.
Yeah,
I thought that was a fucking cool sequence.
Yo,
like instead of like threatening that, oh, you know, instead of like threatening her that, you know, that she's gonna get shot in that shot, it's not like actually shooting her. She's just inverse shooting. And man, okay, and that was like really, that's some good like tension stuff, you know. And I feel like how Nolan, I think how he visually like tells. I mean, it's a very simple concept, you know, like which world is inverse and which world is like going in normal rate. So you know, the red was going straight normally, and then on
In
the
final
on the
battle,
other side,
talking about
yeah.
the final battle.
in the final battle, even he sets this up early, even from the free port, you know. Oh, so I really love the free port sequence where, you know, one like, where like
was
what
Neil and the protagonist.
yeah, Neil and the protagonist. You know, the protagonist is fighting is fighting himself, his
From the
inverse self,
Yeah.
and I think that's damn cool.
Yeah,
really.
then because like when they first showed that scene, it's like it's just like it looks like two random goons that they were fighting. But turns out both of those people are the protagonists. One's inverse, one is real time.
And one's from the future, so like
Yeah.
boom.
Oh.
So yeah, so I thought like what the
when I saw that scene coming in place, it's like, hold on. Hold on. It's like
Yeah.
whoa, it's so cool. And then like the whole like reverse, we get to see like the fight with the protagonist 1st, and then we see in the inverse fight going.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he runs out from the other side, it's like wow.
Yeah,
it's
you just like boom. Yeah, but you know, but oh sorry, I really do feel like, you know, some of the set pieces, some of his action here is like really good. You know, compared to like, I don't know, Batman Begins. Like I saw Batman Begins like a few months ago already, and I thought, yeah, like okay, this is some of like Nolan's weaker side of exposition and action. You know, I feel like this one, like when I see him now, I'm just like, damn, he's really good.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like, but a lot of people are comparing teneT to Inception because, you know, it's all this like
time
shit. But nah, I really, but I like I was discussing with a friend, and you know, I guess I really do. It's more Dunkirk. You know, I do feel like it's more Dunkirk, even though like it's not even though Dunkirk's not in very heavy exposition form, but I feel like, you know, it's more Dunkirk because I feel like it's more like experimentation of Nolan, what he wants to do. You know, he's trying to experiment like concepts. You know, he's very interested in his concepts of time. You know, he's not really talking about, oh, you know what, dreams within dreams, and then, you know, how time is just like that. You know, everyone found, like, initially when Inception was released, everyone found Inception very confusing. Then now it's like a Nolan all-time favorite, and yeah, you know, like I instantly saw teneT. I was like, yeah, this is pretty much like top 5 Nolan for me. Yeah, we'll see how the Dark Knight, Inception, Dark Knight Rises, and Interstellar fares. You know, I hope like once I get to see Dunkirk again, I hope I really like it much more the third time. You know.
Wait, swinging back to like action set pieces, I just want to bring up that the final battle, when they needed to create a distraction, they blew up a building. That scene was like, oh, whoa, they did that. Nolan did it. He did it. And then there's one scene that someone, like, I think the soldier was called Wheeler.
Yeah, Wheeler.
Then
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
No, it wasn't Wheeler.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, then it's a different soldier who got sucked into the wall.
Oh, stuck into the wall. Oh wait, no, that's not Wheeler.
It's like stuck into the wall. And the wall just closes. Like, oh no.
It's not like, oh shit, it blew up. You know, it's like, oh no, it closed.
Yeah, it's like it just closed on.
It's just like, oh shit, the wall closed on him. It's not, no, the wall blew up, so he also blew up. It's like, no, the wall closed on him.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Like,
yeah, and yeah, there's in the final battle, it was really like huge scale thing. You know, there's like, it's crazy. So like, you know, there are like two sides. Okay, there are two sides, but then on each side, there are two teams. There's one going forward, and there's one going inverse, and same thing goes for the other side.
Yeah.
So you're just like, bro.
When they blew the building up, I still remember they blew the building up. It reforms, and then they blow it again. It's like
For the inverse world.
Yeah, because the building was already destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
So they blew it, fixes it back, then they blew it. Oh, this movie.
Yeah, it's crazy, guys. So yeah.
Even Neil goes. He was on the inverse, right? Yeah, he was.
He was from the inverse. Then he went forward, and then
to save the protagonist.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of people didn't get that. You know, a lot of people didn't get like, oh, like Neil, like towards the end. Remember when the protagonist is like crying, you know, and then you see that tag on
The key the
sorry.
keychain on his
Yeah.
like bag, right?
Yeah, on his bag, and then I felt like that's a very like easy visual cue
Yeah.
to like tell that is Neil's doing.
Appar-
Neil's safe.
Yeah.
Neil is the guy who he was dead, then he inversely like saved
Yeah.
the protagonist's life.
Yeah,
And,
my brother and his friends, they were they're very like eagle-eyed, because they didn't spot the keychain. My brother actually didn't spot the keychain. He spotted the blue band that he had.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
he didn't actually notice the keychain, because it was like a 3-second shot. Like they focused on the keychain,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the keychain is really the one that
Yeah,
gives it away,
that-
because I know everyone has that blue band. The
Mm.
inverse team has the blue
Yeah,
band,
yeah.
but it's really that keychain that really that distinguishes Neil.
Mm.
Yeah, and then also another thing I want to talk about is also the whole world. I really love this whole world. Compared to like most people, I really do love like the world that Nolan really set for us. Like this whole inverse world. People are creating technology to like reverse to reverse the entropy of of an object.
Yeah.
And okay, but maybe like the destroy the world part maybe is a bit superhero-esque.
Mm.
But I actually thought like how the whole concept of it, I thought it was damn cool.
Yeah, I think it's fine, honestly, the superhero stuff, because Nolan always has been blockbuster art house ish,
Nah,
I mean-
don't. He's not art house.
No, I mean it's not like art house. I mean it's like
He's memang like he is really a blockbuster.
yeah, but I mean it's
director.
still not like conventional blockbusters. Like
Yeah.
if you ask like some like a casual movie goer to see teneT, they'll be very confused. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone will be confused.
I mean, all of us are confused. Even like you.
Yeah, the first time I was quite confused, but I liked it. Then I watched it again. I was like, I got a lot of the stuff already.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, okay. So it's been like a long time, since we've been talking about teneT being delayed for so long.
Yep.
So it's been delayed so many times, and then at one point it was like delayed indefinitely, and then we were like, oh no. I was worried, like, oh my god, is it going to
The
come out next
indefinite
year?
was like wasn't that soon. It was like I think a week after.
Yeah, a week after.
Is
Then
that-
like they're like, oh yes, coming out end of August. Boom.
Yeah. Boom.
Then that was it was great. And then now we're getting Mulan this week, and I'm thinking of ending things. Yeah.
tomorrow for us. Yeah.
Yep. Tomorrow for us. And I'm yeah.
Oh, there's also that Tom Holland movie. The
Don't care.
Southern- the one with the huge cast.
the devil all the time.
The devil all the time, yeah.
Don't care. Unless I hear really really good stuff from it, then I might consider. But so
Mm.
far, nah, man. Doesn't interest me.
Yeah, it's so boring and he started yawning. Jeez.
Yeah.
He doesn't
the thought
even
of it.
haven't seen the movie yet.
Just the thought of it, I was like,
boring. Right, so I guess Adam's gonna fall asleep. This is the end of it. This is the end of the episode. We finally got to talk about teneT. We did it.
And yeah, I love teneT. I'm gonna see it again. I don't know about you. You should, but I don't know about you. But I'm gonna see teneT.
I'm gonna purposely miss the first 15 minutes to upset Adam.
I will scream.
He won't scream. It's okay.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I don't want this. I don't want the audio to go like ape shit.
No,
later on.
Like when we stop rolling, Adam's like just gonna scream into my ear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a sure thing. So
Yeah. So the moment we start rolling here, you just like see it on camera. So yeah, have fun with that, guys.
all right. So this is the end of the episode. We hope you enjoyed. We hope you tune in for more episodes, or watch our old stuff too. That if you haven't caught up, that'll be nice.
Keep up, please.
Yeah. So I was Kevin and this was Adam. Thanks again for tuning in and goodbye.